Hillary Vaughn, thank you so much for that. For more on this, let's bring in Florida Senator Rick Scott, who was at that Senate hearing today. Senator, always a pleasure. What, if anything, comes out of this hearing?
Well, I was really disappointed because what I've been asking from day one, as soon as this happened, is to do what I did when I was governor, when I had the Pulse nightclub shooting, where 49 people died, and the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas school shooting in Parkland, where 17 people died. I said, we need to have daily press conferences, what we did was local, state, and federal law enforcement. We got up, we said, this is what we know, this is what we don't know, and answered everybody's question. We have so many things out here that people are saying that, I don't know if they're true. I got asked at church on Sunday if there was a second shooter. We should know that. They should be able to tell, no, it couldn't have happened, or maybe we know, we're checking this. But what I'm frustrated with is this is exactly what Secret Service, Homeland Security, FBI are doing. They wait. They don't give us information. Nobody gets held accountable. There is no accountability. So here's what we want. What happened? Okay, who's going to be held accountable? How are you going to make sure this doesn't happen again? That's what the American public wants. That's all. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to expect. But they're not doing it. They're not making us comfortable. This has nothing to do with, we have great Secret Service people. We have great FBI agents. But leadership, for whatever reason, doesn't want to give the American public what they want: information, accountability, transparency.
So, Senator, how much faith do you have that the agents you spoke to today are taking this seriously in the first place, but maybe even more importantly, are going to correct the problems so we don't have something like this happen again between now and the election?
Well, you hope, but if it would make me feel more comfortable if they got up and explained to the American public exactly what happened. And let's take what Senator Hawley was asking about. You know, somebody screwed up, right? So the people involved will say, hey, look, we're not saying you did anything wrong, but you shouldn't be leading another rally, right? And you know, they talked about how, the radios didn't work. Well, that's easily solved. When I had hurricanes in Florida, we embedded state workers with local people, with our local sheriffs. That way, we made sure everybody could communicate. This stuff's not that hard. Right. And so I just don't get it. And they would not commit to doing daily press briefings. This is the thing about it. It's been 17 days. Yep. Marcus hasn't done a press conference. Ray's not done a press conference.
Yeah,
okay?
It's amazing.
And Roe's not done a press conference.
Right. What are they hiding is what every American is asking, because that's how it comes across to everyone. Senator, right. We want to turn to Venezuela. We're seeing massive protests after the socialist dictator Maduro claimed victory in the latest election, which voters are disputing. You and your Republican colleagues are pushing the Biden administration to hit Venezuela with much tougher sanctions in response.
But you know what the liberal media is getting tough on in response? Capitalism. We're not kidding. The New York Times is declaring that, quote, brutal capitalism is really what's destroyed Venezuela's economy. Senator, is it brutal capitalism or is it Maduro?
No, it's brutal socialism. Yeah. By the way, think about it. Biden did a deal with Maduro. Maduro says that now a complete liar dictator said, I will hold free and fair elections. And so what did Biden do? He reduced the sanctions. So Maduro doesn't do the right thing. He doesn't have a free and fair election, right? Does Biden do anything? I can't get Biden to do anything. I've called the White House. I've called everybody I can to talk to get Biden to say something, right? There's an OAS meeting tomorrow. We have a permanent member. I'm getting them to, at that meeting, say that one, we want Maria Corina Machado to be safe. Maduro's trying, to arrest her right now. The president-elect is Emilio Gonzalez. He is the president-elect. Let's be clear. Let's support the people. We know the tallies. The tallies are out. The opposition won 73% of that vote, right? That's everything we've seen so far. So, and Maduro, they're letting him go, try to recreate tally so he can say he won, barely won, which is what he's doing. He's a liar. The Biden administration gave him the opportunity to lie and steal another election.
They love liars, though, Senator, don't they? Senator Rick Scott, yep. Great to see you. And the New York Times, speaking of lying, calls a socialist dictatorship and kleptocracy capitalism. That's all you need to know. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, sir.
See you. Bye-bye.